Welcome to The Money Trail, where we investigate hidden financial history. In this series, we're diving into the wildest bank robberies of the 1800s, starting with the era that defined lawlessness, the Wild West. Imagine a time when outlaws ruled the frontier, and banks were their favorite targets. Stagecoaches laden with gold coins, paper money, and precious metals were ripe for the taking. This is the world of 1800s bank robberies, a world where desperados became legends, and lawmen were determined to bring them to justice. Our journey begins in 1831 when the first bank heist of the era took place in Gallipolis, Ohio. The Farmers and Mechanics Bank lost $100,000, an astronomical sum for that time, after a group of thieves tunneled into their vault. This daring robbery set the stage for future heists as bank robbers became more sophisticated in their methods. As settlers moved westward, so did the outlaws. By the 1850s, California had become a hotbed of lawlessness, with San Francisco at its epicenter. The First National Gold Bank of San Francisco was hit particularly hard when robbers made off with $70,000 in gold coins, worth over $2 million today. But no discussion of 1800s bank robberies would be complete without mentioning the infamous James Younger Gang. Led by Jesse and Frank James, this notorious group robbed numerous banks throughout the Midwest during the late 1860s and early 1870s. One of their most daring heists occurred in 1873 when they stole over $25,000 from the Northfield Bank in Minnesota. These stories are just a taste of what's to come as we explore the wildest bank robberies of the 1800s. So buckle up and join us on this thrilling journey into the past, where money was king and outlaws ruled supreme. The James Younger Gang, led by the notorious Jesse and Frank James, were indeed responsible for some of the most audacious robberies in the annals of American history. Among their most daring heists was the raid on the Dalton Depot in Adair, Iowa in 1871. This ingenious crime involved them impersonating telegraph operators to intercept warnings about their own approach, thus ensuring a clean escape with over $60,000, an astronomical sum at the time. But it was not just train robberies that made this gang infamous. In 1873, they set their sights on the First National Bank in Northfield, Minnesota. The robbery turned into a bloodbath when townsfolk resisted, resulting in the death of 2 gang members and the capture of others, including Bob Younger, who would die by execution for his crimes. Despite these setbacks, the James brothers managed to evade capture, thanks largely to their popularity among impoverished Southerners who saw them as Robin Hood figures rather than cold-blooded criminals. However, this adulation couldn't save Jesse from being shot in the back by a fellow gang member turned betrayer, Robert Ford, in 1882. The allure of these tales lies not only in the sheer audacity of the crimes, but also in the societal context of the times. The post-Civil War era was marked by economic instability and social unrest, providing fertile ground for outlaws like the James Younger Gang to thrive. Their story serves as a stark reminder that crime often flourishes during periods of upheaval and uncertainty, much like today's world. As we delve deeper into our investigation, prepare to encounter more tales of audacious thefts, cunning criminals, and the tumultuous financial landscape of 19th century America. The wild days of train and bank heists may be over, but understanding them can shed light on present-day financial crime and its complex motivations. 1831, in the bustling heart of Saratoga Springs, New York, a seemingly ordinary event set the stage for an extraordinary crime. The United States Bank, a newly established institution, opened its doors to the public for the very first time. Little did anyone suspect that within these walls, a daring act would soon unfold, the nation's inaugural successful bank robbery. The mastermind behind this audacious plot was none other than Edwin Salter, a man of considerable